Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, audible.
Okay. Hi Jagan, how are you?
Yeah, fine. What about you?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm also good. So what about Anil Kumar? He joined?
Lenovo.
Might be some audio issue. Can you ping me? Ping him?
Yeah, sure. What is his name?
Anil. Okay, he's trying to connect for joining. Okay, we'll wait some more time.
Hello.
Hello. Anil, can you hear me?
Gopal. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So one more guy is there. His name is Jagannath.
Yeah. Hi, Jagan.
Jagannath, he's Anil Kumar from Bangalore. Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Anil.
Yeah, hi, Jagan.
Okay. First of all, can you introduce yourself something? What's your background and where are you from? Something like that.
Yeah, myself Anil Kumar. Recently, I'm working on desktop support engineer in Wipro side, Wipro client. Currently, I'm staying in Bangalore. Yeah, that's all about it.
What about you, Jagan?
Yeah, fine. Myself, my name is Jagannath. I'm staying in Advani, near Karnal district, and I'm working as an assistant professor in St. John's Engineering College.
Okay, that's great. So coming to myself, anyway, you know my name is right. So
Yeah.
myself Gopal. So I have overall 6 years of experience in IT. So coming to Salesforce, it's same only. So as of now, right now I'm working in Infosys as a senior associate consultant in Hyderabad, Pocharam branch.
ఓకే నేను ఇది దీంట్లో సేల్ ఫోర్స్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారా
నేనా
సేల్ ఫోర్స్ డొమైన్ లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారా
అవును సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ మీద వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాను
ఇది మీటింగ్ ఇది కోర్సు నాకు రికార్డింగ్ కావాలా అందుకే నాకు డే బై డే ఏమేమి చేస్తారో దాని రికార్డింగ్ కావాలి నాకు
ఓకే రికార్డింగ్ చేస్తాను ప్రాబ్లం లేదు అవును
ఓకే
ఓకేనా రికార్డింగ్ కూడా చేస్తాను ఇబ్బంది ఏం లేదు ఇట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ రికార్డింగ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది ఒక ఛానల్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను మీరు అక్కడ ఆన్లైన్ లో చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు మీరు ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేదు
ఓకేనా
జగన్ యు హావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఆల్రైట్ okay so then we'll discuss to our Salesforce, right? So anybody have any idea about Salesforce?
Salesforce is nothing but a cloud where we can easily we can access the applications or whatever the application you require there. Yeah, basic thing I have searched on Google.
Okay,
that's it.
Okay, Jagan, any idea?
Nothing same, whatever.
Yeah, basically it should be the cloud. Then we can called as a cloud computing, something like that. Okay, so then we can go with Salesforce introduction, something. Okay, let me know. I'm sharing my screen if you people are have to see or not.
Yeah. Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, we can see, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So so just introduction to Salesforce. So myself Gopal. So I have 6 years of experience. So I have 2 certificates I have. So one should be the administration and one should be the platform developer one. Okay. So I am working as a senior associate consultant in Infosys. My domain should be the Salesforce only. So we'll start with Salesforce introduction, like what is Salesforce and why we need to go for Salesforce. Any idea about that mainframes and client servers and domain something? Have you heard about that mainframes course earlier?
Yeah,
Anyone?
here, but not that.
Okay, no issues. So mainframes, it's a old technology. It should be the mid in 20th century. Like in olden days, they will implement some lot of database and we need to configure them into certain like a large something of database they are using. So in coming to later, then they will simplify what is that called? Simplify some of the uh, process into small chips and all. So we need separate devices for that store the data earlier olden days. So we can that overcome, like we can go with the Salesforce like in 21st century. So no need to provide any large kind of data storage like data storage devices and all. So if you connect small internet, then we can go with Salesforce. We can work anywhere like with internet. We can learn. We can work in anywhere. Something like if you want to work in home or office or in running train or running bus, anywhere. Like if you have internet, then we can work. No issues on that. So earlier we have some lot of CRMs will be there like SAP CRM and Civil CRM, Oracle CRM, Microsoft CRM will be there. So it should be the upgraded to the Civil CRM in Salesforce. Salesforce nothing but a CRM like customer relationship management. So if you have like in Google, EB, Amazon, we have some different applications will be there. So based on that, you can consider the Salesforce is the one of the market leading the company. Salesforce is nothing but a course and nothing but a one company as well. So we have a Salesforce company as well. So in Salesforce company also running more than 1 lakh employees in the Salesforce company. So just like we need to call as Salesforce called as a like customer relationship management. Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be the headquarters should be the San Francisco. So this kind of stuff we need to just basic information on that in Salesforce. So it should be started as a 1999. One of the Oracle executive, it's a name called Mark Benioff and Paris Harris. These are two persons are we started in Salesforce. Why we are going to Salesforce? It's a low cost, low risk, cloud based software. You can buy like whichever quantity you want. So it should be the multi architecture point of view. Also, we can work like not only Windows 7, 8, and Windows 10, like XP and Ubuntu. These are the operating systems, right? Like iOS, Android. These are the operating systems, right? So in with different operating system also we can work in this Salesforce like multi-talent architecture like that only. So what is CRM? Like CRM means like customer relationship management. You know that, right? So basically, can we tell someone like why we are going with customer relationship management? So what they are doing exactly in organization sites? Any idea? Like simple terms.
Nothing but like if there is no CRM means even products are not going to entertain anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Means like if there is no service or maybe if we bought any product, in case we don't have any service or maybe we don't have any customer response from that product. So almost all we won't refer that product or maybe in future also we won't repeat that product to buy again and again.
Anil, any idea why we are using CRM? Like customer relationship
For
management.
marketing purpose they are using.
Correct, exactly.
Like whatever the product they require, they need to sell to take the to that product to be market. They need to give some advertise for that the product or what the why they are need to purchase and what they are what the useful for that to take that product for their they are using that CRM.
Okay, so how they are going to contact the customers? If you have
Same,
some
phone
products,
calls,
right, exactly. Phone calls, meetings, emails, and social media.
social
So
media.
yeah, we can contact anytime like this by using phone calls, meetings, social media, etc., etc. So these things by using Salesforce CRM, like we need to contact the customers like that and all. So you already told something, right, about marketing, support, and sales in CRM perspective. So same thing we can use here itself. So coming to Salesforce side, like we have some lot of apps will be there, like Heroku, AppExchange, Force.com, Database.com, Radiant 6, and Sales Cloud and Service Cloud, Data and Charter. So we have lot of apps will be there, applications also there. So while coming to Salesforce in depth, so you people can understand what is the use of Force.com and Heroku, AppExchange, Radius 6, Database, Charter, Sales Cloud, and Service Cloud. In depth we'll go, then we can understand easily why these apps are using like that. So in Salesforce, we have some applications will be there, like Salesforce also one application. So in this application, we have some different CRMs will be there, like Salesforce CRM, like customer relationship management. Coming to Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. Apart from that, custom apps will be there, and AppExchange also is there. So Sales Cloud and Service Cloud coming under the Salesforce itself. Salesforce itself one application. In Service Cloud and Sales Cloud also one application, and custom apps also one application. AppExchange also one application. So completely it should be the part of in Salesforce only. So in Salesforce we have some editions will be there. Editions means like developer edition and enterprise edition and essential editions and unlimited. We have some different editions will be there. So coming to interview point of view, they will ask some interview questions, like some basic questions they will going to ask, like in our organization, what are the editions they are going to use. I mean, as you are a developer, so they will going to ask one small question. So I like exact basic questions. So which edition you are going to use in your organization? I mean, which edition you are going to use in your org organization, like that. So what was the difference between these editions and all? So essential edition will be the like we can buy up to 25 users only. If you have a sandbox, in sandbox we have a users called 25 users only. If you going to create more than 25, it's not applicable. It's not going to allow the users. Why? Because it's essential edition only. If you pay more money, you will get more users on that. So while coming to professional, so it should be the 75 users only. So if you go into enterprise, it should be the 150 users only. If you go into the unlimited, it should be the more than 300 users also we can create. So most of the developers editions we can use for unlimited edition only. So if you ask somebody like in interview which edition, like you can give answer as unlimited. Why? Because in unlimited edition we have more than 300 users we can create. Users nothing but developers. So you are the one developer, Anil is a developer, and Jagan is a developer, and Gopal is a developer. So if we create more users on that, like nothing but it's developers only. So coming to application side, like we have some different applications will be there, tabs and page layouts and record types. So basically we can call these things as a admin topics, like applications, tabs, page layouts and record types, like workflow rules and approval process and management rules and assignment rules, objects, fields, relationships. So these are the point and click, like configuration side will come. So these coming to admin side, there is no piece of code. We are not going to use any piece of code of these applications. It should be the declarative and simplicity and speed. So we can create like applications, tabs and page layouts, workflow rules, something, whatever it may be, without a single piece of code. Simplicity and speed. While coming to the programmatic, like programming side, we have concept called visual force pages and web controls and force.com sites like Apex classes and web services triggers. So these kind of stuff will come under programmatic. So anyway, we are going to cover each and every topic. Like first of all, we'll cover admin topics. After that, if you're interested, then we'll go with developer as well, developer side as well, programmatic. Like what is the difference between these two, admin and development? So admin side, there is no piece of code. And coming to development, definitely coding will be there. So here we are using as a Apex language. It should be the similar to the Java language only. In coming to admin side, it should be the configuration side, like point and click. Like if you click on mouse, most of these stuffs you can use in mouse only. Like we need to enter some application name and tab name, page layouts name, something. So it should be the comes under development part. So while going to the next session, you can understand the difference between the admin and development. So coming to the Salesforce data model. Salesforce data model is nothing but objects. So in Salesforce, we have some objects will be there, like standard objects and custom objects, whatever it may be. So these things will come under admin side only. So we have sales objects, service objects will be there, like profiles and users, territory management, process objects, content objects. Lot of objects will be there. So we Salesforce providing some default standard objects will be there. So they are called as standard objects. If you want to create your own object, that should be called as a custom object. So based on the client requirement and based on your requirement, you need to create your own objects. That's called nothing but a custom objects. Means you need to create your own apart from the Salesforce standard objects. These are the standard objects and Salesforce providing by default. So I will tell you what is the Salesforce flow. Will go first of all. In terms of like if you're starting one small business, so what you need to start exactly first step in terms of you starting one business? Any idea? If you are going to launch one product in market, what are the steps you need to do? First thing, any idea?
First need to do some advertisement for that.
Right, exactly.
Once the advertisement is the opponent who are the product they are taking dealers, they are okay with that, then we need to go for the price for the
Okay.
right. After that
okay, anyway, you were trying to get that answers. Jagan, any idea?
And also same points, and also including that we need to cross check even any what we call any competitors are there, or maybe it is already related product is there. Maybe we need to cross check that one also.
Okay, fine. So we'll tell you that exact process. So Anil, as you told, like advertisementing, right? So that should be the exactly called as a here in campaign. Campaign is nothing but advertisement. So first of all, you need to launch some product. Like if suppose we have laptop is a one product. So how you are going to launch? I mean, how you are going to release in market? Like we need to give some advertisements, like campaigns. Advertisement nothing but here one object called campaign. In Salesforce terms, we are calling as a campaign. Like we need to do some campaigns. Like we need to post some your brochures or pamphlets into social media, like email or Twitter, something, Facebook, something, whatever it may be. You need to post some posts into that social media. That's the one process. And second one should be that we need to distribute that pamphlets into the customers. In most of the customers will be surrounding around the stations or bus stands or something, wherever crowds area. So we need to distribute some brochures or pamphlets to the customers. That is the one of the campaign, like that we can consider the campaign. So main campaign means like you need to populate your product. Like how you're populating? First of all, your product should be the know the customers. So how they will know? We need to explain your product. What is the features of your product? And previous we have any existing product, then we need to differentiate that product. So we can campaign that. So once we campaign, some of the customers we interested, then that customers will come to you. So we need to, they will give some leads, like customers interested, then it should be the called as a lead. So you will get lead. After that, if you can, after that we need to convert the lead into the account. If you get the lead means like customer has been interested to you, your product. So we need to give some exact explanation of your product. So his customer has been interested, then we need to convert lead into the account and opportunity contacts. Like how they will convert in Salesforce, we have options called converting. So once lead has been converted, it will come to the opportunity. Why? Because we are giving opportunity to the customer. So once the opportunity will get created, you will get account. Like account means customer name, details, everything will get. So while coming, how we need to contact the customer, you will get that email ID and phone number, etc., etc. So we need that contact. After that, we need to give specific code for that product. So if you order some 100 products, we need to give some specific code on that. If you order 50 products, we need to give some specific code on that. If you give more than 100, we need to give some specific discount on that. Like if you have one product has 100 rupees, so if you order only one product, so there is no discount for that product. Like that, we need to give some specific codes on that. So that should be the complete in sales process. So after completion of sales process, so you need to provide service for that product. Why? Because so if you're launching your product, you need to get that feedback, either product is being working or not, right? If your product is not working, then you need to give that support to that customer. So that time you need to go with the service cloud. So earlier we discussed what is called like campaign, lead, convert, opportunity, converting, everything is there, right? This should be the comes under sales cloud. I mean sales process. So while coming to the services, so you need to provide your services to the customer. Like they will raise one case. Why my laptop is not working? I am facing some operating system issue. I am facing some hardware issue. So these are the problems they are going to stuck on your product. So what they will do? They will going to raise one case. So this is the product I am facing. This is the issue. So you need to resolve that. So they will raise one case. So what you people are doing? What you people are doing? Like we need to give solution for that. So once a problem is they occurred in your product, so we need to resolve that. So that kind of scenario will go for service cloud, like service. You people are providing the service, then we will go with the service side. I mean, they are nothing but a service cloud. So this is the sales process and service process. So if you have a profile, user, in role, group member, and group. So these people, how will get? If you have a member of this your organization, so organization called one user will be there. In your organization, we have a lot of users will be there. I already told, right? In addition, something will be there. If you taken as an unlimited edition, so you will get more than 300 people in a users in your organization. In every user, we have some separate profile will be there, like sales profile and sales manager profile and system admin and sales manager. Some different profiles will be there. So going forward, you people are getting that exact profile. Why they are going to use specific profile and the specific user. Everything. So Salesforce, if you're reading the books and watching the videos, it's not enough to learn Salesforce. Why? Because you need to practice more. If you do mistakes more, you will learn more. Then only you will get more knowledge on Salesforce. In Salesforce, we have some trailers will be there, trailered accounts. I will tell you later how to create the trailer and how to earn batches and points, everything and all. So if you do more practice on trailers, you will get more knowledge on that. If you not practice anything, you won't get anything. Simple. If you practice more, you will get more. If not practice, so you don't get any more knowledge on that. So if you need to practice more. So where you can practice? In Salesforce, they will going to provide one small URL. So in their URL, you can going to log in as a developer for what is called training purpose. You need to create your own org. So whatever we discussed in future classes and all, so you need to practice on that own. Then only you will get more knowledge on that. So there we have called developer.salesforce.com. Here we need to create your own account. Like you need to give first name, last name, email ID category, whatever. Like you need to create one username, right? I mean like Gmail, right? So same thing, you need to create your own account into Salesforce. So I will provide you exact link. So you can log into that link and you will get some organizations. I mean Salesforce. So after creating this organization, you will get this kind of view. Like here you will get log into Jagan, then your name should be the here Jagan. If you log into Anil, here your name will be getting here like Anil Kumar, like that you will get. So simply saying like your organization like this will be there. In real time also same application will be there. I will show you exactly how real time and how developer training or will be there. I will show you exactly differentiate. So finally I will tell you like I will tell you most of the scenarios should be the real time only. Whatever I implemented in my project or my previous projects and my previous companies examples will be there. There is no issues on that. I will tell you only real time examples. I will show you how they are going to work on that scenarios and all in real time point of view. So it should be the overall step of the your developer training org. So here your details will be there, like personal information, everything will be there. Here personal information will be there, settings. Overall view you will get after logging to the developer edition. So I will tell you right already in Salesforce they will providing some standard objects. So here charters, leads, contacts, opportunities, reports, dashboards, products. These are should be the standard objects. By default, the Salesforce they providing by default these standard objects. If you want some of your custom objects, you need to create your own object. So if you want to create like here product B, a product A, product C. So if you want, you can create your own. I will tell you later how they will creating applications, records, everything. So it should be the account, it should be the home, contacts and related contacts, everything will be there. So after that, we have some lot of accounts will be there by default. Salesforce providing your training org also. Why? Because we need to create your some of the accounts while going to test some of the scenarios. So by default, Salesforce providing some of the accounts. If you want to use, then we can use. If you're not, then we can create your own accounts and we can use on that. No issues on that. So it should be the detail page. So if you delete some of the records or accounts, so it should be the store and recycle bin. It should be the validity for 15 days. Today, you are going to delete one of the account in your organization. So next 15 days, that account will be available in recycle bin. Similarly, we are using in mobile, right? So if you delete one image or one file, that should be the stored into deleted files in your sales mobile logs. Same concept, it will be applicable. But while coming to the mobile side, there is no time limitation for that. If you're going to reset it also, it should be the deleted. So while coming to the Salesforce, the time limit should be the 15 days only. So if you want to check before 15 days, that account or product, anything which should be the available. If you're checking more than 15 days, that account will be won't available. In even real time also, in training org also, no issues on that. Sorry. So URL and ID generation of records. Even if you open any URL point of view in developer side, that IDs will be there. Based on that IDs, we need to get records. Everything will get that. Like in IDs, coming to IDs, we have 15-digit IDs and 18-digit IDs will be there. So based on that ID, we need to get that exact records. So if you create some of the records in one of the objects, so you will get that 18-digit ID and 15-digit ID, you will get that done. So once log into developer edition, you can able to find out easily what is the difference between 15-digit ID and 18-digit ID. You will get that. So setup screen. So overall, after logging to your trialed or production or anything in Sandbox real time also, you will get same setup will be there. In schema builders, like we need to create objects. How they will going to create in by using manual, or by also we can use in schema builder. So schema builder is one of the key topics in the object of creation. I will tell you that how to create. Just to drag and drop. So if we create something, we need to drag. If we're creating some of the fields, we need to drag. That's it. Like that we need to create. So while creating the objects, after creating the objects, we have some data types will be there. So while coming to the programming side, like integer, float, double, character, some of the data types will be there, right? Any idea? Have you heard about these words, right? Coming to like in our education background side, like in data types, like integer, float, double, characters, right? Jagan, Anil, are you following?
Yeah.
Have you heard about that integers?
Yeah.
Integer, float, double.
In C++.
Correct. So same concept in Salesforce also. By default, they are going to provide some of the data types like text, phone number, email ID, URL. Lot of data types will be there. So based on the data types, we need to create fields. I will show you next sessions how they are going to create objects, fields, and all. So these are the data types. So checkbox. These are the full data types like auto number, formula, roll-up summary, lookup relationship, external lookup relationship, checkbox, currency, date and time, email. So these are the data types. So apart from these data types, we can't use another one. Why? Because Salesforce providing by default data types. If you want to create any text, you can go with the text. If you want to text area, if you want to go text area means if you can use more than 255 characters. So if you want to use text, it should be the 255 characters only. Like that, we have difference will be there. So why we are using checkbox to allow the select the true or false, like Boolean. So these are the data types. While creating your fields, you will get all the data types. So this is the first class only, right? So we are not going to worry about on this. So if we going to create any object or a field something, so you will get all the data types details. Detailedly we can cover on that. Why we are going to use these data types and all. So in coming to data types, we have some relationships will be there. Like lookup and master details will be there, formulas, fields, and summaries will be there. So we can cover on later that. Sorry. So here is the relationship between the two, lookup relationship and master detail relationship. So coming to admin factor, if you put on resume in Naukri, only admin side, so definitely they are going to ask one question. 100% they will going to ask this question, like what are the relationships using in Salesforce? What is the difference between mainly lookup relationship and master detail relationship? I will tell you 100% they are going to ask this question. What is the main difference between lookup and master detail relationship? How they are going to work on these relationships? I will tell you how these relationships exactly work on that. But this is the first class, right? So we can just remember this names only. Lookup relationship and master detail relationship. So I will tell you this relationships, like say loosely coupled and tightly coupled. It should be the maximum 45 lookup relationship we can create in one object. So coming to master detail, you need to create only two relationship in the same object. I will tell you clearly about these relationships and all. Apart from these two, mainly we can ask like one more relationship, like self relationship and many to many relationships. So we can tell like we have in Salesforce 4 type of relationship will be there, like self relationship and many to many. So apart from that, this we have two relationship will be there, like lookup and master detail relationship. So based on these 4 relationships, you can consider in Salesforce. We can give more examples on that. I will tell you how we need to tell exact scenario on that interview perspective. So apart from that, we need to create some objects. Based on that objects, we need to create some tabs. How they are going to create some tabs and all. So instance types, I will tell you later for this exactly. Like so, dev environment and sandbox environment, production environment. So I will tell you that difference between the like production and partial copy, developer copy, and developer pro. Like what is mean called in Salesforce, they will going to provide some sandboxes will be there. 4 sandboxes like production. Production is nothing but a live. So before that we have UAT. UAT means user accept test. Like business team, they are going to test your functionality in UAT. So before that we have SIT, system integration test. Like in our organization team going to test. So final R should be the developer R. So in developer R, what they are going to do means developer means we are like you and me and something. So we are going to do some configuration or customization. Configuration nothing but a admin side. Customization nothing but a coding. So based on that user requirements, we need to implement that functionality into developer R. So developer R, first we need to create some your functionality. So after creating functionality, your functionality is working, then you can go to SIT. SIT is nothing but a system integration test. The short terms will call as a SIT. Some of the organizations, they are going to call as a QA, quality analyst. After that, we have one more called UAT, user accept test. So some of the organization, they will call as a staging, data stage or staging. I mean, they are going to give some names on that sandboxes. Sandbox name is nothing but a UAT, SIT something. So here you can see difference, right? So sandbox dev means dev 17. I mean, they will consider as this is the sandbox for developer only. So here you can see here sandbox UAT. UAT means user accept test. So in UAT we have R called SIT. So in SIT we are going to push your changes to the SIT R. In SIT, in your internal team, they are going to test your functionality is working or not. If your functionality is working fine, they are going to push in UAT. So UAT has passed, then your functionality going to release in production. Production is nothing but a like live. So whatever functionality you implemented, right? That functionality will going to the live. So that should be the release. Like that, we can go with the strategy. Any questions? Jagan? Anil?
No.
No, right? So I will tell you that deployment structure. So it should be the deployment structure. Like in Salesforce, we can follow the one strategy. So they should be the developer sandbox. So you need to create your own functionality. Like we need to create some custom objects. Then custom objects are classes, objects, triggers, and whatever it may be, admin or development, anything, any scenario. First of all, we need to create here this developer sandbox. So after creating this sandbox, so if you're creating one scenario in this sandbox, so that should be the working fine for your condition based on your conditions that your requirement has been successfully is working here. So this should be the developer sandbox, right? Here there is no testers in this sandbox. So we need to you need to move your changes to this partial sandbox. It's nothing but a SIT, system integration test. Some of the organization called as a QA, like some of the organizations called as a integration testing. So basically in Salesforce point of view, they will call as a developer sandbox, SIT, and UAT, like production, system integration test, user accept test, and production. So they will give some different names and different organizations. Okay, first we need to develop here. After that, we need to go with SIT. After that, we need to go with UAT. After that, we need to go with production. So this is the Salesforce deployment structure. Any doubt in this?
No.
So here production is there, right? So this is the production. In this production, we need to divide some of the sandboxes. That's nothing but a full sandbox, partial sandbox, and developer sandbox. Okay, so I will show you that in real time how they are going to use these kind of sandboxes and all.
No, in UAT, what the roles they'll do in UAT?
Coming to
Full sandbox.
Yeah, so coming to UAT sandbox means like user accept test. So they will give one profile to you, I mean one role to you. So you can't change your change into this org directly. We cannot change. I mean, we can change, but if you change some scenarios, they will going to escalate on you. So without my permission, how you can do in this organization changes something. So whatever changes, you need to go with proper structure. Yeah. So we need to create the here your changes. You need to move your changes to this sandbox. After that, you need to move the sandbox. After that, we need to go with production. So you can test your changes to these sandboxes. So that purpose, they are going to give specific profile in that, like testing profile. So here admin profile, you can access anything. In developer sandbox, they will going to create a system admin. So in system admin, you can create anything, you can do anything, you can modify anything, you can change anything. Nobody will question. So while coming to SIT, system integration test, you are not going to do direct changes on the sandbox. So if you want to do any changes, you can do this sandbox. You need to move your changes to the sandbox. How you are going to move? So we have some different tools on that. Like in Salesforce org, we have called as a change sets, inbound change sets and outbound change sets in deployment side. So in another tool called as a Ant, A-N-T. Ant also, it's a free tool. They are going to use migration purpose. So apart from that, we have one more tool called Copado. Copado also deployment tool, and VS Code. VS Code also deployment tool, and Salesforce DX also deployment code. I mean deployment tool only. So we have some different organizations. They are going to different tools. Based on that tools, we are going to push your changes to this sandbox only. So while coming to my Infosys organizations, here they are going to use as this source tree and all. So later I will tell you that how they are going to push your changes to the higher arc. I mean SIT environment in real time. In developer, in training org also, I will tell you how to move. So same concept will applicable on real time. Same concept. Whatever you are doing, any change, same changes is applicable on real time also. There is no difference between the training org and sandboxes. Why? Because developer should be the free of cost. So in developer edition, in free training org, they are going to provide only limited licenses. Like we need to create up to 10 users or 2 users for system admin and 2 users for testing purpose, something like that. So if we going to sandbox, we need to purchase from specific on sandbox. For that purpose, they are going to give more license on that. Okay, I will show you what is the exact difference between the sandbox and training org and all. Okay, clear for this deployment structure?
Yes.
Yeah, any doubt?
No. It's clear.
Clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So where is the recording option? I will stop the recording.
Left side. Fine.
Participate and new share. Pause share, automatic remote control, more option. Stop recording.